morning. Today we're going to be looking at position and direction. We are going to follow instructions for position, direction and movement, and you will be able to use words to describe position, direction and movements, follow instructions to complete a pattern, make half and quarter turns, move in clockwise and anti-clockwise directions. So we are now in the robot shop, and the first question is, which robot's parts spin or turn around? So you've just got to have a look at the 4 robots on the screen and decide which one has parts which spin or turn around. And we can see here that this robot has his one arm is spinning and turning around in a clockwise direction. So I'm going to click on this robot. Here, which robot's parts move forwards and backwards? So you're just looking to see if you can recognise the action, the movement, the direction of forwards and backwards. And we can see that this robot in the middle here is moving backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. So I'm going to click on that robot there. Okay. Which robot's parts move up and down? So here we can see that this robot, his neck is moving up and down. So I'm going to click on this robot here. Okay. Which robot's parts move left to right? And here we can see the robot right at the back is moving in the directions of left and right. So for this reason I'm going to click on this robot here. Okay, now we're going to have a look at some dance moves. Okay, which way did the dancer turn? So you're going to be looking at whether she turned clockwise or anti-clockwise. If you have a clock at home, remember that clockwise is the same direction that the hands on your clock move. Anti-clockwise would be the opposite direction. So which way did the dancer turn? And she turned anti-clockwise because she started here and she went this way round. She went anti-clockwise. Okay, how far did the dancer turn? Did she do a quarter of a turn, a half of a turn, 3/4 of a turn? And the answer is a quarter of a turn. Okay, now which way did the dancer turn? Did she turn anti-clockwise or clockwise? She turned clockwise. And how far did the dancer turn? Did she turn a quarter of a turn, a half of a turn, 3/4 of a turn, or a whole turn? And it's half a turn. Okay, again, which way did the dancer turn? Was it clockwise or anti-clockwise? And the answer is clockwise. And how far did the dancer turn? Quarter of a turn, a half of a turn, 3/4 of a turn, or a whole turn? And it was a 3/4 turn. Now we're going to have a look at position, direction and movement, a dance off. And this is where I'd like you to actually stand up and you can join in this now, please. So I would like you to stand up, face the front of whichever room you are in and make a full turn clockwise. So to make a full turn clockwise, if you can hold out your right hand, and your right hand is the hand that most of you will write with. You will hold your pen or your pencil, you tend to hold it in your right hand. So if you hold your right hand forward and you make a full turn clockwise, you will go in the direction of clockwise all the way around and you will be facing the front again. Now when you're facing the front again, I'd like you to turn half a turn anti-clockwise. So if you turn half a turn anti-clockwise, you will need to hold up your left hand, hold it out in front of you. That's a hand that most of you do not tend to write with. And if you go anti-clockwise, follow your left arm round and you should end up with your head, your face facing the back of the room that you're standing in. Now, if you can face forward again, I would like you to jump backwards and jump forwards. So one jump backwards, one jump forwards. And when you are ready, do a turn in a full circle. And it doesn't say whether you can either do a full turn in a clockwise direction or an anti-clockwise direction, but you must be facing the front wall again when you have finished. When you're ready, slide to the left. And the left, as mentioned, tends to be the hand that most of you do not write with. So if you can hold out your left hand, slide to the left, then come back to the centre and slide to the right. Okay, now if there is a window in the room, I would like you to stand in front of the window, face the window and make a whole turn anti-clockwise. And if you've done that correctly, you should have gone in a full circle and been led by your left hand, and you should still be facing the window when you finish because it's a whole turn. Okay, face the window again and this time make a quarter of a turn, and that's clockwise. Make a quarter of a turn clockwise. So lead with your right, and a quarter of a turn is halfway between a half a turn. So if you turn just a quarter of a turn, from there you can spin 3 full turns, and when you finish you should still be facing in the same direction. Okay, when you've finished, make a 3/4 turn anti-clockwise. Okay, when you're ready, you can have a go at designing and mending a quilt. You would need to draw your own quilt or bedroom scene, cut out the jigsaw pieces, so draw a picture of your bedroom scene on an A4 piece of paper. When you are ready, cut it out into about between 8 and 12 pieces, more if you want, and then you will have jigsaw pieces to arrange into a picture. And then you need to describe how each piece of the jigsaw moves using the language of position, direction and movement. So here's an example. Okay. So here, my jigsaw piece did an anti-clockwise turn. And there, to get my jigsaw piece into position, it did a 3/4 turn in a clockwise direction. Quarter, a half. That piece did a half turn in a clockwise direction, and that was an anti-clockwise direction, and it was a quarter turn. So it's just about really using that language of position, direction and movement as you're arranging and fixing back together your jigsaw. Okay, so you should have followed the instructions for position, direction and movements, and you should be able to use words to describe position, direction and movement, follow instructions to complete a pattern, and make half and quarter turns. Also move in clockwise and anti-clockwise directions. When you are ready, I would like you to log on to Google Classroom and complete the work that has been set for you. When you have finished, log on to Doodle Classroom and complete the lesson that has been assigned to you.